April of 2024 feels like April of 2004. UConn men's basketball won a national title. Lindy Ruff is the head coach of the Buffalo Sabres. Nelly and Ashanti are together and expecting their first child. And I watched American Idol. And on American Idol, they announced that Dave Matthews Band was one of the acts to get in, finally, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Second time is the charm. Now, there are so many people that have contributed to get to this moment. I think back to the story I heard of Branford Marsalis playing on Nothing Like the Sun. That's a Sting album. And that album being the album that Leroy Moore listened to when he was trying to figure out how he was going to play his soulful sax for the alternative rock music that Dave Matthews wanted to play with the band he was forming. I think about Steve Lillywhite and the way that he was able to check and balance out things, and how the band, especially Dave Matthews, respected his input. How even Steve Lillywhite may have, from what he said, helped steer Dave forward with this full band instead of going solo after the Crash sessions. The testament to this band is the fact that they continue to play year over year over year, having success on the charts, but also having such unique set lists despite their popularity. They could have gotten away over the decades playing a similar set every night, but they decided to mix it up. I mean, outside of Bruce Springsteen, what other act with such popularity and such ties to pop culture, even if those are the peak of it is long gone, has such unique set lists, plays over 100 songs on most summer tours? There's going to be talks of whose names are written in. What names are going to be written in, tied into this band's plaque at the Rock Hall? There's going to be questions of who shows up, who gets to play with the band. What songs are they going to play? We're already discussing that in the message boards, on Twitter and Instagram. And for the first time in my channel history, it's not for me to say. If names are not etched into the plaque at the Rock Hall, it doesn't take away from what they meant to how this band got to this moment. And beyond even getting into the Rock Hall, how this band continues to be successful. Whether it's a newer member like Buddy Strong, or whether it's an original member like Carter Beauford. Collaborators, contributors, producers, everyone that has been a part of this can say to their grandkids, to their children, to their uncle, to their brother or sister that they were a part of this magical journey. And if we were to take away a single person from that, the journey would not have been the same. And you could argue in various turning points of this band, the band would have ceased to exist permanently. So yeah, I'm not going to give my opinions on this video of what songs they should play in the ceremony, who should induct them. That's for the band to decide. Yeah, I know. I've never said that on this channel. Usually I'm giving my 2 cents, whether I agree, disagree, critique, praise. But this is a moment that the band has worked hard to get. And again, as I've said, even if they did not get this moment, artists and fans and contributors give this band their flowers every year. And even past this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which is going to be on my 34th birthday weekend. Yeah, I did that. typical DMB fan. 34, 27, 41, right? Past this, I hope we continue to celebrate this band. I hope that there are other avenues where we can all present on a stage to the band sitting in seats, or the band even on stage looking at someone speak about what this band means to them. I have heard so many stories from you guys. I have stories of my own, but there's so many moments where in life you don't know, you're looking for something, you're searching for something, and you need hope. There's times where you need to find your way out of the darkness into the light. And this band's music, while many times happy, oftentimes starts in places of darkness. There's smiles and smirks from Dave talking about evil and dark things, but the lyrics and the solos gracefully help you to push forward in life. Many of you at home have lost a loved one, gone through heartbreak, gone through a divorce, lost your job, fought substance abuse addiction, gone to war to serve this country, serve America, serve whatever country you serve, and brought a CD to the barracks and listened to this band. May have even missed prime years of this band on tour, but you had those CDs. People sent you a tape to listen to while you were again fighting to defend the country you serve. And all of that, again, speaks to the impact of this band. To fill Central Park, or to fill a hospital room. No one, no cameras, no press, just a band member or band members. To allow the story of Kit Kat Sam, to allow the message of Be Alexa Strong to be a part of the pre-show activities or an announcement on stage. Those things will never be forgotten. They may not be written or etched into that plaque in the Rock Hall, but those memories we all have. The moments that the band has gracefully stopped to take a picture, given drumsticks specifically to a kid, said, no, you too old, bro. You too old, right? Here, you take this. Those moments are just part of why, again, they deserve to be in the Rock Hall. And to use the stage that they had mainstream appeal and filled up stadiums with, to shine light on lesser popular musicians, but extremely talented musicians. To me, I said it a couple months ago. That's probably one of the biggest things they've done as well. They could have easily just utilized the big stars that they know. They could have had John Mayer and Trey and other people just come up that everyone knew at the time they were at a live show or to that era, right? But they brought us Big Voice Jack, Stanley Jordan, Mark Whitfield. Again, these are incredibly talented musicians. I'm not debating that, but they don't have the mainstream appeal to at the time in the 90s to be on MTV, or in the mid 2000s when MTV was still relevant. They would not be viral on YouTube in 2024, but this band has given them platforms to not only perform, but to gain fans. And that's something that I don't think is talked about enough. They have shown so many solace and then given flowers to Mavis Staples. The crossover for DMB fans and Mavis Staples, especially if you just go back to like 98, right? Obviously, Mavis didn't come on until recently, but they've brought on people that maybe even the people in that stadium, they're like, I don't like that guy. I don't like rap. I don't like this. But they've brought on so many people and said, listen, we're DMB. We respect various genres. You may be a 16-year-old kid that came here to get drunk, even though you're underage. But we want you to walk away from this stage. And when you walk away from being right at the side of the stage, or if you're in the last row of Giant Stadium, part of your musical taste is going to change because you heard something you never knew you needed. And the stories I hear, again, I was not around. I was not outside back in these days at DMB shows from the mid to late 90s of, again, the acts that they brought on, but the attitude of the fans to change an entire generation's musical taste by exposing them to jazz and soul and blues and bluegrass. It's something that's not talked about enough. I did not go to Dave Matthews Band shows because of the frat environment that I drove by in Hartford when my mother would get her hair done on Saturdays, and it's a DMB weekend, and you just see all these is frat boys taking mommy and daddy's BMW down from Glastonbury to downtown Hartford, right? So I had preconceived notions of this band growing up in a city that had, at one point for a couple of years, 3 shows a night. Thankfully, I went to my first show in 2012, and I found my way through meeting people in this fan base that are family now, if we're honest. We've laughed, we've cried, we've sent memes to each other through loss and marriage, and some people even divorce, but we're there for each other, right? Through pandemic, right? I'm thankful that I'm a part of this community. I'm proud that this band is getting this moment. And I'm thankful for all they do, even when I give my opinions on the songs I like and the songs that I don't like. At the end of the day, the respect for the current lineup and previous lineups has always been there. And even in my moments of having strong opinions, it's only because I care. And even when they play songs that I don't like, I still show up and I still enjoy it. And I get texts from people saying, haha, they play it by you. Right. And that's even fun too. But Dave Matthews Band is going to have its night. Regardless of what songs they play, regardless of who inducts them, regardless of where I am. I don't think I'll be able to attend the ceremony in person, but I'll be watching Disney Plus or Hulu. I think I got both now. I got to ask Mrs. Concert Viz. I think we got Disney Plus, yeah. But, yeah. It's over. We're in. What? We're not, we're in, but the band is in. What do you mean we? I never played a note with this band. But there's that feeling that we all made it because they made it. And again, I don't care who doesn't like it. I don't care who doesn't think they can get in. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with people. And there are bands that I don't like, but I think when their time comes in the next couple of years, the next decade, when they're eligible, they should get in as well. It's your boy Conserviz 34. More to come on this as more details emerge, but I'm happy for this band and I'm thankful for what they've meant in my life. Peace.